Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly review. This week I'm gonna keep it short and simple. So this week we got the push down, adjusted the Q4 levels based on the latest closes. We now have the Q4 mid below the Q4 open. We've broken through all the Q3 levels, Q3 range. Yes, we've broken through almost all the Q2 levels. The Q2 mid is almost identical to the Q4 mid now, and the Q4 low is Q2 low is 403. We're looking at the yearly levels. We are about halfway down on the year, like 50% down relative to the start of the year. And this is actually, let me see the exact value. And this is a support level. Oh, we're more than 50% down. Didn't see the week here. Okay. And we are at 38 retracement. If I draw it differently, so 61.8 retracement. And if what this means is basically next week we either crash or we bounce. And crash doesn't mean that the crash happens all of it next week. It can be a process, meaning a couple of weeks in which we continue to go down, probably until OPEX, so 3 weeks. But next week can either be like minus 10%, or we can have a bounce and go up to the Q4 open, probably something like this at least. Given that there is really no reason to crash, I think it's very, very unlikely that we see a crash. So that only leaves a bounce. Of course, we haven't gotten that cathartic low, meaning like a push down that gets bought up aggressively, and that's still on the table. If it happens, it's more likely to be earlier in the week. We have the FOMC on Wednesday, on the 1st. So the FOMC is much, much more likely to be the beginning of a rally than anything else. But in the window of Monday and Tuesday, we can potentially get that cathartic low and push us down to like even 400 to to give that great buying opportunity. How low is 400? Let's see. It's only 2% down, so quite reasonable to assume that it's a relatively likely possibility. But besides this, everything else is pointing to bullishness. Like the move down is almost done. I'm gonna show you guys the positioning rating in the new dashboard I'm working on. So this is SPY. We are at 13% on Friday. No, wait. Yeah, 13% on Friday. QQQ got a bit of a bounce on Friday because we moved higher. We were at 16%. IWM made new lows. So this was the previous low at 0, and now we have a slightly lower low. DIA is almost at 0 as well. It's at 4%, 4.4%, 4.4. Apple, relatively low, 18%. Meta, didn't go that. Nvidia, who went down? Google went down. Amazon didn't go down. Netflix, it was low but bounced back up. Xiaomi is near the lows as well. So I think we bounced. And there are other reasons as well. Like said, VIX is making lower highs, and it is a lower high. Like we didn't go past this week here, despite the market going higher, and it's building a pennant. Like you can see it with the naked eye, but I'll draw it anyway. Like this. Uh, Even if we go to 400, I don't see it spiking. So the crash move that I said is possible, even though unlikely, it would give us VIX 30 plus, something like this. VIX should go above 30 without any issues if we get that kind of move, but I think it's unlikely. Then we have uh, Q's equal weight, SPX equal weight, and it's nearly at it's very close to the October low. So, and bullish divergence here, visible with the naked eye as well. Um, so SPX excluding the mega caps is very close to retesting the October lows. Then we have RSP over SPX, meaning the true market, uh, the difference between the equal weight, not equal weight, I guess the equal weight and mega caps. So as you can see, we are very close to the COVID lows. So this is when everyone was frightened and they went into mega caps. The market dropped a lot, and now we are retesting the COVID lows on RSP over SPX, meaning we are due an overperformance in everything else except mega caps. On top of this, we have a very nice bullish RSI pattern here. Like it's very, very difficult to go lower than this in this pattern. Let's do weekly. Last time was 08, and 08 was a crash. So yes, if we crash, we can go lower. But like betting on a crash without any bank rolling over, like 08 needed a catalyst, 2020 needed a catalyst. Something needs to break, or something really, really, really scary needs to happen. And without any of this, it's crazy to bet on a crash. Um, okay, what else was there? Uh, Yields with a very nice rejection candle, and also making lower highs. Also a pennant, uh, and I would expect yields to go higher. Uh, this to be the top. Also do this channel for the 30-year, and we are towards the top of a range like this between this one and this one. This is a channel. You can see the dots here and the midpoint, and the extended one, which doubles one of this, both bottom and lower and higher, and it fits very well. And I say we are at the top of it. So, like I said, next week we either crash, and we will know very quickly if we crash. Like if we go for new lows and break below 400 on Monday, get ready for the worst. If we don't, then most likely we're gonna chop until FOMC. Uh, Maybe go to 400, maybe don't. And then on FOMC, we get the VIX crush going, and the yields will reverse down, and the market will start the year-end rally. Yeah, that's kind of it. Bitcoin still showing relative strength, or and crypto in general. Like there's nothing here that tells me to be scared of more downside, and everything says buy the dip. Let's look briefly at mega caps. So Tesla had its correction. Uh, this is the most important support level, and it's nearly at it. Maybe it goes to 200 to Monday, Tuesday to do the tag of 200 and then bounce. But other than that, I don't see it going lower in this swing. It needs to go higher, maybe go to 225, maybe 240, like between 230 and 240 to maybe close this gap, and then it can do another leg down, but not next week. Next week is the up part. Apple, let's see what this level is. In theory, it could go to 162, but again, it has earning next week. We'll see based on earnings. You can go, if the earnings are bad, you can go even lower. Like it will test the bottom of this channel here, maybe to 155. And I think it's possible for the market to go up without Apple. It will be IWM driven, and that's kind of it. Like I showed you RSP over SPX, so it's time for the rest of the market to start going up, and I think it will start going up. Nvidia, I still stand by this. Also earnings, no, not next week, a bit later. Google had its correction. I think this is still weak, but given that it also reached its target, maybe we go to this 120, 118 area again. Then we bounce, then maybe we go lower. I would be skeptical of Google going back in the gap area. So I think the rejection for Google when it starts going up again will be in the 125, 128 area. Amazon went up. Meh. I mean, it was okay for Friday. Friday it held the market up, but meh. I think it might go the route of Microsoft with this rejection here. So a good move up followed by another rejection and actually a bit more chop and a retest of this low here before it goes up. Microsoft sideways, don't think it goes down that much. Meta earnings, again sideways. I think it's building a horizontal range here like this, this, and the top here. And it might stay in it for longer. I don't think it does this anymore. So until a bit more further notice, sorry, I think it might do this. And if it breaks above this, go long. If it breaks below this, this is a short. So the short entry is going below this level to 78 level, and target is not that much, so it should just double this, something like this, and yeah, this is the level here, the target. So 230. This one doesn't matter that much. It's probably 243 to 230, like this area here. Netflix getting rejected. Should go down a bit to 370, make a higher low, and then go up and maybe go to 454 if the push up is strong. Uh, this one is complicated. I'll refrain from commenting. Yeah. Let's look at Qs as well for a bit. We're getting close to a support level here. 348. What was the low on Friday? On Thursday, sorry. 342. I would like to see it go briefly below 340 to put the low in. But bullish divergence everywhere, like it's still so nice. My favorite is IWM. If if yields reverse, IWM will go crazy because multiple reasons. Like on the one hand, it's super oversold, and on the other hand, shit names that have been squeezed, shorted as hell, and they will squeeze up. Like IWM, when it starts going up, it will have like plus 2, 3, 4% days. I expect at least a 3% up day in the next month. And best buy point would be like if for whatever reason it goes to 156, this gap fill here, I think is potentially a great buy. Yeah, it broke below this level, not that good, but bullish divergence. Like the market has to turn, or it's going to crash. JT looking like shit. UPS started that trip down the the volume pocket. It might bounce here at the gap start, but maybe it goes to 120. Like this would be the market being very weak. But this is a clear buy. Like it's an excellent buy at 120 if we get it. It doesn't matter the long term. It just matters from a technical perspective. It's a great buy. Yeah, that's it. Okay, have a good one. Bye bye.